Okay, so you are going to open up canva.com and the sign in actually has Google. So just click Google, it'll be your school email. That's the easiest and quickest way to do it. Before we begin though, I do want you to see if you click on templates at the top here, you can see there's education. And there are so many awesome things that you can use and that your students can use, especially if it's been a while that you have been on here. They have Zoom backgrounds, you have education presentations, there's subject resources, you've got classroom decor kits, they've got coloring sheets, there's tips on videoing. So there are a lot of really, really cool templates that are ready to use straight away. You'll see more later. I love the checklists, there's brainstorming maps, there's all sorts of things. So just so you know, that's fun to click through and just to see what they actually have in the educational area. And notice the Google Classroom headers, so you can create headers. That could be really interesting. You've got lesson planning now that we don't have our planners and calendars. So there's a lot of really cool things that you can do. So now what we're going to do is click Create a Design. And we want it just to be a poster. This poster can have live animations on it because we're going to add it to the Padlet, but it can also be just still ready for printing. So what we're going to do is I want you to choose how many questions that you want to represent visually in a creative way. And then what we're going to do is click on Elements, and then scroll down to the bottom here where you have charts, frames, and grids. Click See All for the grids. Now what you're going to do is decide how many questions you want to represent from the interview that we just did. So if you just want to show 3, that's totally fine. I would say a minimum of 3, but as you can see, you have more. So let's say I choose this one, so I'm just going to click on it and it will appear automatically. Now this is where it's really cool and super, super easy. Then what we can do is you can click on Photos, Graphics, or Videos and type in some of their answers. So let's say their favorite color was purple. I'm not going to do this for all of it, but you'll see the idea. So we have purple. All these images are Creative Commons, so you can use any of them, but be aware that some are videos, some are photos. You might want something specific. You might have seen in my search it said purple nature, purple textures, purple fabric, purple watercolor. So you can be quite specific, or you could just type in something very general and choose. And then Canva is free for education, so you'll have some EDU ones that you'll be allowed to use with your Gmail account. So then what we're going to do is just drag the image over and it will drop straight into the template. It is that easy. You can take multiple images if it suits the interview or the person. Think of this as a visual gift that you are creating for that person. Okay, so now let's say they love the beach for their favorite location. Type in beach. Now you could be more specific. You see here you've got pool, summer, sunset, so that will give you other options. Don't just take the first one. Choose what you think would really go well with what you're designing. I think maybe this one. You can drag it in. You can change the templates, but we're going to keep this really simple. You can double click on an image and drag it along so you can position it where you want it to be. So let's say that we have filled in all of this. We have a beautiful poster. So the last thing we're going to do is add text, and we want to add the person's name. So you could just do the easy way and just do it as add a heading. You could use any of these templates too, because you can change the text, but I tend to just go with add a heading or subheading, because you can see at the top here you can change the font. So this is where you can control the size, the font, the color. So if you just do add a heading or a subheading, that just controls the boldness and the size of it. Then you can edit it later anyway. And then position. Your text is just a click and drag, position it where you want it to go. Type in just normal, type in the box like you would normally. So I'll just do Mrs. Jordan, but this would be the name of the person that you interviewed. It could be as the students would know them, because we'll probably print these posters out when we are physical and display them, but it's up to you how you want to represent their name. So it's that easy. And then when you go to elements, you could actually take off your search, click on graphics, and you can see some really, if we go see all for graphics, you can see some really awesome details. So what I would do is treat this as a poster, and then we're going to download it as a poster. But then you can do some pretty cool things with these animated stickers. And then what you could do is download it as a GIF or GIF, however you want to say it. So you can create two pieces, same piece, but one is moving and one is flat. So depending which one it is that you're exporting, when you are ready, you just go download. It's going to tell you what your best option is. And yes, for a GIF, you can do a video, or click down and actually click the GIF and download. If it is just a flat design, then it's going to say download as a PNG, but you can do PNG is a larger file, or JPEG is a smaller file. So JPEG is fine for what we're doing, and it will print fine as well. And then let's just do the JPEG. I can even do it for this one that's moving and download. That is going to go, what will happen is the thing that's moving is just going to be still. So it will come up like a drawing over the top. Okay, you'll get this. You don't have to do anything here, just close it. And that has gone into my downloads. And we'll just open that up and have a look at it. Okay, so that is in your downloads, and that is now ready to add on to Padlet.